Getting the rust off of old nuts and bolts can be a pain. Going to the store a lot to get what you need can be a pain and cost a lot of money. Removing rust from nuts and bolts has been something that people have tried a lot of different methods. They've used navel jelly, phosphoric acid, apple cider vinegar, molasses, soaking it for 10 days, electrolysis, they use chemicals, and now I'm going to show you what I've tried. I bought some muriatic acid. Here's a disclaimer. Do not get this on your clothes. Do not breathe the fumes. Do not put it on anything important. Wear rubber gloves. Wear goggles. It will hurt you. I take no responsibility if you mishandle this product. But you can buy it at Lowe's. It is basically, I think it's sulfuric acid. It's very strong. You can just feel it, the fumes coming out of the bottle. Well, here I have some in a plastic cup. I'm going to carefully drop these inside for only a few minutes. I'm going to time it. I've already tried it once. This is a bowl full of baking soda, so I can neutralize the acid immediately after removing it from the acid. Okay, here goes. In they go. I'll update you. Well, there they are, soaking in the bottom. I'm going to time it for 5 minutes. Might even take less time because the other group that's in there didn't take very long. Okay, it's been probably 4 minutes. Let's do a check. So I've removed the other nuts and bolts. They're over there. They look pretty good. I'd say 99% of the rust is off of that one. That looks pretty fantastic. And of course it's going to get the inside threads too, because it's a liquid. Could have left it in a little longer, but it's not bad. So let's see if I can get another one out of here with my left hand. I would say that rust removal is pretty fast. So you be the judge. There's about 7 or 8 minutes worth of soaking. Well, no, total time, about 5 minutes of soaking. These are the same nuts and bolts that you saw at the beginning of the video. Using muriatic acid, which is about $8 a gallon at Lowe's. Some baking soda, which is probably around $1. I put the whole box in a bowl of water because I know that the acid is going to neutralize the baking soda, so might as well have lots of it in there so it neutralizes the acid. And if you have nuts and bolts that you kind of go, wow, I sure would like to have clean bolts and I don't want to wait for the apple cider vinegar and the molasses to work, and I don't really have a sandblaster, this is an option. To me, these two look identical. Let's dip one of them in and leave the other one out for comparison. There goes that one. I'll leave this one out for comparison. Muriatic acid, don't get it on yourself, don't breathe the fumes. It is caustic. Wear rubber gloves. You see my rubber gloves? They're flesh tone. Actually, I'm being very careful, and I've handled acid a lot. And never add water to acid, always add acid to water. Not very exciting. It's like watching paint dry. Alright, well that was just under a minute and a half, or just around a minute and a half. Dip it in here and let it neutralize. Now it's going to come out wet, so it's going to be shiny. But that's okay. You'll know the difference. And we'll have a side-by-side comparison. Obviously it took some of the rust off, and let me zoom in here a little bit. Could have let it soak longer, but it's a fast de-rusting process. So here they are, and in all fairness, some didn't turn out so good. There's a lot of caked on rust on the top. The threads look terrific. Others came out looking like they practically came out of the parts bin at the store, brand new. Some of these look absolutely terrific. So your results are probably going to be better if you soak it longer than I did. I only soaked a few minutes. Obviously this is for nuts and bolts and things that can be soaked with a fairly low volume of acid. Be careful if you decide to do this to de-rust some things. I think it works a lot faster than petroleum jelly. It's a lot less messy. It is more dangerous, but if you need something quick and you're in the shop and you just don't want to run out to the store and can't find something that's the right length and that has the pointed tips, and you just want to use what you got, using a little muriatic acid is a good idea, I think, and gets the job done very quickly.